All right, so like I guess previously asked over the airway, like what's been has there been some kind of surgence or has there been some kind of media that have popped off saying like something going on with the money? Get back to crypto. Like what sparked it?
Yeah. So basically the market works in cycles,
Mm,
and what's happening right now, we're coming into what you would call a bull cycle. So market patterns is typically like every 4 years, right? You're gonna get a bull cycle. And what's making this one pop off the way that it's popping off is this is the first time that we're coming into a bull cycle. At the same time, Bitcoin is having what's called a halving event next month in April. Now, Bitcoin has a halving every 4 years. And what that means is, see, Bitcoin basically is, think of it as a group of supercomputers, and they're all solving these complex algorithms.
mm,
And every time an algorithm is solved, a piece of a Bitcoin is earned. Okay. But
mm.
every 4 years, what is earned is cut in half. Okay. So this is the first time that we've coming into a bull run where we're also having a halving at the same time. So the miners, they get paid out in Bitcoin every time an algorithm is solved. Now, every 4 years, what they get paid out gets cut in half. So right now, when you think about coming off of a pandemic where the government printed all of this money, right? So the dollar is basically meant to lose value since its inception. Every single year, the dollar is going to lose 2 to 3% every year.
Yeah.
Okay. So what Bitcoin is, think of when the dollar first was created. If the government, whenever they first printed money, let's throw a number out there. Let's just say that they printed $5 billion in cash, right? A couple hundred years ago. If that's all they ever printed, imagine how much $1 could buy. Because what happens with money? We lose it. It gets
Yeah.
burned up.
Yeah.
Money disappears in
Yeah.
all different
It
kind of
loses
ways,
value.
right?
People save it.
Right.
People
So
put this
if
on the
you
ground.
still had those dollars, it would
Yeah.
buy a whole bunch more, right? But the reason why every single year prices go up some is because of inflation due to things like printing money. Stimulus is that people want all this free money, right? But it's not free. We're actually paying for it now. But see, Bitcoin is hard coded. There will ever only be 21 million Bitcoins. So it's fixed money. It's designed to go up forever. Okay. If the dollar has no bottom, how does Bitcoin have a top? It can't. It is designed to go up forever, just like the dollar is designed to go down forever. So there's 21 million Bitcoins so basically, we don't even know how many Bitcoins have been lost throughout the years since its inception in like 2009. Of that 21 million, it's reasonable to say that probably 3 to 4 million nobody will ever be able to access ever again, because back when Bitcoin first came out, nobody really understood the value of it. It was something people were paying out like gambling and poker and things like that, right? So now you're looking at maybe a total supply of like 17 million.
Okay. So I actually got a scenario for you.
Okay.
Right at that. All right. Situation. Girl loses boyfriend, gun violence, but he was into crypto. She got his phone, got access to the phone. She don't know what to do with it. She don't know who to ask, where to even start, any of that.
Well, if she doesn't have like a passcode, she's not going to be able to send that money anywhere.
Well, I think she has logins on, like he put some on her phone too.
So if she has a smart person, for one, at least the minimum security you're going to have is the 2-factor authorization, right? So anytime you're getting ready to send crypto somewhere, there is a process that you have to go through. Like you're probably going to have to verify something by email. You're going to have to enter in a code, whether it's sent to email. Now, if she has access to all of that, then yeah, buddy's in trouble. But if she doesn't know what to do,
it's not in trouble. He's gone. He died.
He
Yeah,
died.
he's been killed. And she has his kids and has his phone.
Wow. Do you know what she's holding of his?
She knows because, like I said,
you know what specific coin?
I don't. It's probably some Bitcoin and stuff. She has something.
Yeah.
Because she sees some on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
He has a couple logins on her phone. Maybe he did it for her and got her some change sitting on her own, you know. But she knows on his phone is way more because he was into it.
Right.
So what should she do, or how could she, at least for the kids, I mean, how could she get access to that, or what? Or is it just
what's off of his phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So typically when you first set up a wallet, you get what's called private keys. Mm-hmm. That's a set of numbers. It might be 15 to 20 numbers. And you need to write that down and store it somewhere safe, like in a safety deposit box or something, because even if you lose your phone, even if your computer burns up, as long as you have your private keys, that list of numbers, you can just download that app or whatever it is again and enter those numbers, and you'll have access to that wallet again. But if she doesn't have access to his private keys, then it's just gonna sit there.
So that's the wasted Bitcoin that you
exactly.
It could be situations like that everywhere where people, they probably died during COVID.
Exactly.
And had Bitcoin on their phone.
And that's every, and it's not even just Bitcoin, that's every crypto. Yeah. Every crypto that's out there has a fixed supply, right? Mm-hmm. So some, like Bitcoin's 21 million, some coins got 1 billion, some coins 500 million, but there is a fixed number.
Well, can you explain how it goes up then? You said, so is that when the cut it in half happens? As you creating more of that coin?
So let me think of a good way to put it. Let's say that you like cupcakes, right? Mm. And every time let's say this year, every time you complete a certain task, let's say every time you take out the trash on Mondays, you get 4 cupcakes. So every Monday when you take out that trash, you're going to get 4 cupcakes in return. Mm-hmm. Now, imagine if you're doing that for 4 years, right? And when the 4th year comes, when you take out the trash, now you only get 2 cupcakes.
Okay.
Every Monday.
Yeah.
For the next 4 years. Okay. Now, after that 4 years, now you only get 1 cupcake because it's going down 50% every 4 years. What your reward is getting paid out 50% every year. Yeah. That's why there's 21 million Bitcoins, but the 21 million Bitcoin will not hit society for like another 120 years. Because the rewards every 4 years, that much less is coming out. So imagine if you start off getting 4 cupcakes in 8 years, the same job, now you're only getting 1 cupcake. Mm-hmm. In 12 years, now you're getting now you're cutting the cupcake in half. You're getting a half a cupcake.
Yeah.
It's the same reward. So imagine how much more value the other cupcakes that are out there in circulation are getting.
Okay. So they're printing more Bitcoin. It's just the access to it.
They're not printing more Bitcoin. So what I can tell you,
they're allowing more out. Well, that they already had. So you said 21?
It's hard. There's nobody that controls Bitcoin.
Okay.
It's just a code. Think of it as just a computer with code. It does what it does. Every 4 years, the reward is going to get cut in half. Okay. So what I can tell you right now is approximately 900 Bitcoins right now get mined per day. Okay. So that means 900 new Bitcoins enter the market every day.
Okay.
Okay. When this halving comes next month, that's going to drop to 450 Bitcoins.
Gotcha.
For the next 4 years.
So now you don't even have access to even getting. That's where the price of it goes up.
Well, so now you have a whole bunch of demand. Okay, so here's what just happened recently. The SEC approved the Bitcoin ETF. And basically, in simple terms, what that means is the SEC gave the green light to big corporations to say it is okay for you to buy Bitcoin. Okay. So now think of something that 900 of them come out every day, right?
Mm.
The demand right now is for
77.
9,000 of them.
Yeah.
So you've got 900 coming in, but we want to buy 9,000 every day, but there's only 900 to buy. What you get, that's what is called a supply shock. It kicks in because everybody's holding their crypto. Okay. Yeah. So the longer that everybody holds, the price just keeps appreciating. Now, what's normal in a crypto cycle that's a lot different than the stock market, and what ends up scaring people is that they get shook out by 30, 40% drops. Like you might wake up one day and next thing you know, Bitcoin goes from 70,000 to 62,000. And you're like, oh my God, it's about to crash. Like, oh, I'm going to panic and sell, right? Those are what's called healthy corrections, because you want that to happen along the way on the way up, because what that is that's people that got in on a lower price taking profit and newer holders buying in, right? So if I bought Bitcoin at 30, when it hits 65, hell yeah, I might sell. I just more than doubled my money, right? So you got a whole bunch of people buying at 30, selling at 65. So now let's say the price drops down to, let's just say 58. Now you got new buyers who've been waiting that didn't want to buy at 65. Yeah. Now they say, I'm going to buy at 58, right? Now, the people that buy at 58, they're not really just going to sell at 70 grand. That's 12, you know what I mean? So now they might hold to 100, right? So then it hits 100 and then it drops down to 70 because the people that sell at 100, they all cash out. But now guess what? I got a whole bunch of people ready to buy at 70. And then we ride it from 70 to 140. People want something to go up forever, but that's not actually healthy. You want things to go up, then you want it to pull back, and then you want it to go up again, and then you want a gradual pullback. That's what a healthy commodity does.
So is Bitcoin healthy?
I think Bitcoin's very healthy. Let me give you something to think about. Bitcoin is only 15 years into its inception.
Yeah.
Right? 15 years ago, you could get three Bitcoins for a penny. Now one Bitcoin is going to cost you, today is like $68,000, right? Think about this. At the beginning of society, how did we pay for goods? We paid for goods. It was a barter system, right? Gold. We exchanged gold for whatever, or soap for whatever. Let's just stick with gold. Let's just stick with gold and silver. Let's stick with precious metals. That's how we purchase goods, right?
Yep.
At some point, somebody came along and said, you know what? Forget these precious metals. Let's there's this green piece of paper right here. We're going to call it $1. Let's just use this. My common sense tells me that that wasn't smooth at first.
Yeah.
People were like, hell no, I want my gold. I want my gold. That's what's happening right now. So now in society, we're moving more from a physical realm to a digital realm. So money has to move from physical to digital as well.
Was credit the start of that?
Huh?
Was credit the start of that? Or that's just a different lane?
No, I don't think credit was the start of it. I just think that now where we are as people, we want things fast. We want things easy. We want things fast. We want things convenient, right? So internet money is fast and convenient. We want to purchase something. We want to get it the next day.
Yeah.
So when you think about an asset that's only been in existence for 15 years, I would say that it's very healthy. Where do you think it's going to be at in another 15 years? Because at some point, the volatility that you're seeing, the rapid swings, they're going to get less and less. And the way that it's structured, like I said, there's only 21 million of them. There's way more than 21 million millionaires in this world. So there's not even enough Bitcoins for every millionaire to own a full one. So that's why I'm saying at some point, Bitcoin will be in a mode to where it just grinds up forever. It never comes back down.
Cool. So it'll pretty much. I mean that was pretty much the scare, I guess, that it was being pressured or it was being thrown out that this finna be the new wave of paying for things. Like we finna eliminate, the dollar and
The
now
dollar
everything's gonna
won't be
digital.
eliminated, and Bitcoin will never be the best way to pay for things because the network. I mean, with the Lightning upgrade, it has sped up, but there's other coins that would be better suited for quick transactions, right? You have to think of Bitcoin more as a store of value, like gold, like having gold bars in a safe in a basement, right? You can sell that gold, it holds a value, right?
Yeah.
That's what you have to think of Bitcoin as a store of value than an everyday currency paying for transactions.
So is that why I guess the government has to pretty much come up with their own coin that's, I guess, federal for everyday things? Is that how they will control it, or because
here's the reason the government. So the reason the government has came out with this Fed Now coin, in my opinion, it's all about control. If you eliminate the cash, then you know what everybody's doing at all times.
For sure.
So how the Fed Now works is basically, and all this happens in an instant, but you say, I want to send this, I'm sending this money to buy this sandwich. The money goes to Fed Now. Fed Now says, okay, we approve you to be able to buy this sandwich, and then the money goes to the sandwich company and you walk away with the sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at some point, they can always say, nope, we don't approve this purchase. The worst thing that can happen for society, but is inevitable, is everything's going to go electronic. Now, if everything's electronic, let's say you want to go from Memphis, Tennessee to Miami.
Yeah.
And at some place, you got to pay some kind of toll to go through. Let's say you're a felon. Or let's say say you got red hair or whatever however they want to discriminate against you, they can just deny your access. Everything's electronic. Everything's electronic. Your whole net worth can just get wiped away. If they want to, you got $15 million, delete that. It's all gone. That can't happen with Bitcoin.
Oh, well, because I was about to say, okay, so
that can't happen with crypto.
I guess the ignorant question, or I guess for the people who may not, my first thought was, shit, why would you even let it get that far? Then is that the part where they're scared of to even go that route because of what could happen from all that? Like people gonna people. Like eventually, the right president, the right governor, it'll eventually grow to the point where everybody agree, let's eliminate all this shit and do it this way and then control people a certain kind of way.
But see, you already have other countries that are making Bitcoin legal tender. There's other countries. What people fail to realize, the United States doesn't control the whole world. We one country.
Oh yeah, I keep saying stuff about the value, just people's.
You realize Bitcoin's value goes up. A large part of that is because the dollar's value gets weaker. If the dollar gets stronger, then Bitcoin comes down because a dollar ends up buying more.
Yeah, more.
And the value of the dollar is on the foreign currency exchange. Its purchasing power varies every second, right? So when the dollar is in an uptrend, when it's stronger, the value of other things come down because the dollar buys more, right? But from its conception, in the healthiest of economy, that dollar is going to lose 3% every year. So you have to find a vehicle to put your money into to make up for that 3% every year. You got to turn $100 into $103 every single year just to maintain the standard of living that you're having right now. Because in a 3% economy, your $100 next year spends like $97. And that's why when people work certain jobs and they don't get raises every year, they don't realize, they're like, man, I'm working so hard, but just seems like, man, I'm just falling behind in life. You are. Inflation's kicking your ass and you're not investing. You're not making your money work for you. You have to put your money into something that appreciates. And what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrency set up to be is a hedge to inflation. A lot of people don't understand how bad it's going to get. I just went to the grocery store the other day, and the eggs that I buy all the time, there's $1.84 with $3.99. The consumer price index last week, the PPI the other day is hot. Like the price, you're about to see the prices are rising again. And your job's not going to, if you got 5% inflation, your job's not giving you a 5% raise. It's just not. Yeah. You'll be lucky to get 3%. So you got a 2% deficit every single year. You're losing money. You got to put it somewhere.
Yeah.
If it's not stocks, if it's not crypto, it's not real estate, whether you're putting it into yourself, self-help to increase your own skills, to make more money, you have to do something or you're going to end up poor. But Bitcoin right now, in my opinion, we're in the middle of we're not even in the middle. We're 10% into a bull run. I think that people have until about October to make life-changing gains. What is happening right now, I promise you, we are at the start of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of this country, of the world. You're going to see it. The middle class is being eradicated. It's going to be rich and it's going to be poor. You either going to have it or you're going to be struggling. It's not really going to be that in between. What just happened today with the real estate brokers? Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
So today, this just happened today. You know how realtors, the standard fee for selling a home is 6%. They get a 6% fee, right?
Yeah.
They just eradicated that. It's gone. It's done. So now realtors are going to take a 25 to 50% hit in their income now. Now they're going to have to basically more or less bid for your business. So what you're going to see, the prices of homes are going to come down some because the seller no longer has to pay both brokers. I can tell you right now, most of the people that you know right now that became real estate agents in the last year or two, they're done. They're done. They might as well come start trading with me or something. Like they're done. It's gonna be the cream will always rise to the top.
Of course.
But
you gotta have it.
When you have, what's gonna happen is collaboration is done, because what happens? Sometimes you find somebody might be the agent over a certain home, but you got somebody else you want to deal with. Right? So you get your buddy calls this agent and they work together and they split the 6%. You get 3, I get 3. The 6% is gone now. Ain't gonna be no splitting, ain't gonna be too much collaborating and all of that. Now think about the people who used to getting the 6% and they set up their lifestyle around that 6%.
By just selling multiple homes, like what was they?
Yeah, you got cars, you got big homes, you got all this nice stuff, all these recurring bills. And now all of a sudden your income to your industry has been at least 25%.
That's why.
Most people can't take a 25% deduction in their take-home pay. Most people just aren't set up to live that way.
That's why I try to tell them, like, why are you not understanding that you need to create some kind of content? Like, people got to know who you is. Like, if you just out here just thinking like, oh, they gonna find me. All right. Don't take no new pictures. Don't show that home. Don't do something.
If you can't create your face and your ideals into something, it's over for you. People don't understand what's coming with this artificial intelligence, man. Most of these jobs people got, they done. If you're in school right now for computer science, you might as well drop out.
I got a computer science degree.
You ain't using it.
No, I ain't using no more. No,
You can't use it
no more.
now. Anything that you can do, the computer now can write that code in 2 minutes. And now these computers, they got bodies now. They're going to be doing everything. I can show you right now. Like Microsoft Excel's dead. It's done.
So don't buy Microsoft stocks.
No, you want to buy Microsoft stock because Microsoft stocks they have open AI. So they're over. Basically, they have the monopoly on artificial intelligence right now. So you want their stock. I'm just telling you, they ain't making no money off of Excel. If Excel was the major part of their business, they'd be in a world of trouble because now you can just tell this computer what you want to do is spit out the whole Excel formula for you. If you're not in school right now for AI and learning how to work alongside these machines and how they work, it's almost like you wasting your time, man.
Yeah.
A lot of these jobs are going to be gone. So that's why I'm trying to tell people. One thing I know about me with that market, it's going to be open 5 days a week. Every week.
It might be 4 days.
Crypto.
They ain't moving to 4 days.
No, that market's going to be 5 days, man. But that crypto, that's 24/7. It never closes.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you're in it, you got a chance to change your life.
So basically, I need to be saving up 70,000 to just go and get me a coin. Like, just get there.
No. So the biggest mistake most people that come into the games make is that they buy Bitcoin.
For sure.
Bitcoin's had its run. Your money sitting in Bitcoin is a hell of a lot better than sitting in a savings account accruing nothing. But if you're trying to get rich, you don't want Bitcoin. You want to find these newer projects. These smaller altcoins with smaller market caps because they can do 10, 20, 50, 100x. Some of them do that in a day. There's a coin today that went from $0 to $1 billion. It's called Book of Meme on Solana. If you had put like $100 in that by the end of the day, you'd be a millionaire. This happens every day in crypto. It's the wild, wild west. But like, what's
So are people like, okay, in that instance, bam, shot up. Would you go ahead and like, hey, let me go? Well, I guess this is where the options mind come in, where you say, I'm gonna sell a little bit to collect, but I'm gonna keep some runners in. Mm-hmm. Is that point when it gets to a certain? Do you have
when you make life-changing money, man?
Yeah. My first time
you gotta take 80% of that.
I first dropped something in, bam, it shoot up to 100,000.
It shoot up to 100,000. Let's put it like this. If you make $50,000 a year on average, let's just say the average person, let's say somebody makes $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
If you put $1,000 into something and then it shoots to 100,000, why are you going to keep holding that? You make $50,000 a year, man. But that's how humans are. Oh, man, I can hold it to $1 million. No, at least if the smart person takes 80 grand, puts it in the bank, and they let that 20 ride. And we try to take that 20 to some millions.
Yeah.
But what you don't want to do is just be exit liquidity for somebody. You don't want to run it up to 100 bands, be holding, then everybody sells it. It's the end of the bull run, and then your shit goes back down to zero. I've had that happen to me. That's why I honestly feel like I'm the coldest in the game because I sat and lost 720,000 in a coin called Terra Luna. I was up 720 bands. It went to zero, bro. And I sulked for that night. And I woke up the next day. I said, this is crypto.
You'll get it back.
I said, if I did it once, I can do it again. And it's been, that was May. It's been 3 years, almost 3 years, but it's back up. And I've never created a lifestyle to where I need that money tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, when you make more money, you got to keep the same lifestyle for years. And then you can start making some upgrades, but you have to make sacrifices. You have to build some type of cushion for yourself so you can take risks. If most people want to go out and buy purses or buy shoes or buy jewelry. Let's say you are somebody who's makes good money and you are pretty financially responsible. And let's say that you have a surplus every month of $800. Every month I got $800 after my entertainment, after I go out to eat a couple times a week, pay all my bills, do whatever, I got $800 in free money. Now I typically buy some Jordans, or I typically go buy my gal some shoes and a Marc Jacobs purse or something like that. Or I may go to Vegas or whatever. I might blow it all on weed, whatever my vice is. If you've got that $800 to take risk with every month, you're gonna win. The first month, you might throw $800 at something and you lose it all. Guess what? It sucks. Yeah, I could have bought some Jordans with that, whatever. Okay. But guess what? Next month, you got another $800. Your lifestyle, you're not about to get thrown out the house.
Yeah.
You can still pay your bills. Next month, you got another $800 to throw at something. All you got to do, you only got to be right one time. You ain't got to be right once to change your life. Bro, I just for fun, December 18th, I put to be exact, $9,600 in an account. Last week is $327,000 off of $9,600 in about 70 days. It's about $280 right now, just on a pullback, but those happen.
Yeah.
And everybody, my members, they've seen it. They make money right alongside me. But you can't just work your job.
For sure.
You have to do something.
Gotta have them streams. You gotta have them streams.
You gotta have them streams. And this is really, crypto is really the only way that you can really just get ahead in a day. Totally change your life. Every single day right now is people turning $100 into $200,000.
I need one of them days, man.
I'll show you how to do it. You got to be hungry to do that shit. Like, I'm not down in the trenches with it like I used to be because I ran it up. But I got people down there in the trenches. You get down there in the trenches with it, you don't have to risk much. Like I say, in crypto, $100 can turn into 10 grand fast. You're not going to do that in anything else. We can't be trying to save our way to retirement. It's not going to happen. The inflation is going to tear you apart. You can't do it.
I got $100 to throw now.
Better throw it in something, man.
I got $100.
And here's another thing. Memes make millionaires. Memes make millionaires. What I mean by that is these meme coins. This is my third bull run. I've been in crypto since 2016, bro. I've had money blow up in my face. I've seen it all. And for 2 straight bull runs, I faded the meme coins. I was only buying projects that made sense. Stuff that with utility, that has a real use case. And I'm watching these dogs and frogs and all these other cats and stuff just go to billions of dollars. And this time I said, man, I'm not gonna just watch this happen again. And I started getting down with the memes. And those are the coins that change your life overnight. And I've learned to start thinking of the memes not as a joke, more as like a community. When you think of it like exclusive trading cards, right?
Is that what they were going with the what's that shit was that was up for a minute in the metaverse? The when you're buying the art and shit.
Like NFTs. Yeah, kind of like NFTs. Okay. So if you think of but just like I said, Bitcoin has this fixed supply, meme coins have a fixed supply. So let's say the meme coin has there's 1 billion coins. Think of it as like 1 billion trading cards, and it's a community of people that want those cards. Or you think of it as like a sports team. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. You think of like Dogecoin. That's like the Detroit Lions or whatever. I'm loyal to this community. So I put my money here. And there's a whole bunch of people that are loyal to these individual meme communities. And there's more money being made in the memes than anything else. And what I'm willing to bet is that some of these large institutions like Grayscale, they create these crypto trusts like the Bitcoin ETF, the Bitcoin Trust, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, or the Grayscale Ethereum Trust. I'm pretty sure that they're going to end up coming out with a Grayscale meme trust of the top meme coins, because they can't just keep seeing how much money is being exchanged in meme land and not want a piece of it.
How much is a meme coin right now?
I mean, some of them are less than a penny.
Oh, okay. You just got to find the right meme. So how do you, I guess, figure out which meme to buy? Or
the best way to research anything is all on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I like to look on there. I find these coins, and then I start searching and seeing like how many people are actually talking about this. Mm-hmm. And when you start looking at the hashtags and you break it down by like the most recent tweets and you start seeing stuff trending, I'll check it out. Then if I look at it, I say, okay, they got a Telegram. Oh, the Telegram's got thousands of people in here. Like, okay, that brings a little bit more legitimacy to it, right? Mm-hmm. I'm seeing, then I look at the artwork. Is the team constantly tweeting? Oh yeah, it looks like they're constantly building, they're constantly doing things. You know what? I might throw a little something at this. That's how the memes work. But right now, the market, I think especially over the next 2 weeks, it's going to be more about the artificial intelligence narrative, the AI narrative in crypto. That's what's keeping the stock market up right now. In all honesty, is the promise of artificial intelligence and AI and future robots and everything that we were just been talking about. Mm. That's what's keeping the Magnificent Seven, like the Microsoft and all that. Because if you look at the market, we're at all-time highs, but most companies are still like at COVID lows. All the money is in NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Apple, Google. That's where all the money is. It's right there at the top. And then everything else is like still trying to get back to 50% to where it was, in 2020.
Yeah.
So
the cream rise to the top.
But those are the companies that are heavily invested in the AI, so they're going to keep moving. But the companies that try to deny AI and not really put significant money into developing it, they're going to fail to exist. But the narrative is about to switch to crypto. So the AI, you want to get some AI crypto right now. And I know some great coins. I don't know if I'm going to say them right here, but people pay me for that. But
let me know some coins.
Well, you in there. You already know, but
I ain't been.
You
I
just
want to.
I
left the alerts on. But I haven't been in there. I ain't gonna lie. I've been wanting to, and I be seeing it too. I be like, damn, that nigga hitting the day. Like,
you building out your dream. No, you doing right. You're doing what you're doing what you're supposed to do. And the money gonna always be there, and I'm gonna be there to help everybody get it. So I mean, you ain't even gotta worry about that. But like I said, I'm thinking October. Right now, you've got these 6-7 months to literally turn few thousands into millions. And after that, we may get a good run somewhere in 2025. It really depends on what this inflation does and how Bitcoin ultimately reacts, and like if these wars expand or anything. But then after that, it's gonna go away again. 3-4 years. And when it comes back the next time, it may not ever be the same. This is the big one. Because after this one, that's when the regulation. But in the next 4 years, crypto's going to have a lot of regulation. So it'll be a lot of coins. If you're in the United States, you won't be able to purchase anymore. Like, it's going to be a lot more regulation. They're going to have clear rules around it and taxation and all of that. So the opportunities to make the stupid gains, absolutely ridiculous gains probably won't be there anymore.
Because they're going to realize, because they're going to realize the influx, I guess, of spending because so many people probably done got up on it. And then that's when you got to regulate it.
And if the prices stay up, most people just priced out. Just priced out of it. A lot of people don't know, a lot of people look at Bitcoin and they see 70,000 or whatever it is. And they just say, man, I can't afford that. But they don't know that you can buy $700 in Bitcoin. You can buy $10 in Bitcoin, $5. Mm-hmm. If I buy $100 in Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes from 70K to 140K and it doubles, my 100 goes to 200. It's all the same.
Pretty much.
So you want to get some kind of exposure to it. Or something. If you're just saving, this market, life is going to eat you alive, man. Yeah. You're going to watch all your value just disappear.
I need some of them coins, man.
Get on the coins, man.
I need some of them coins. I need some that worth a penny now.
Well, see, and this is another thing. People look at it, but this is the thing. People look at the price of the coin and they think that it's a good deal because it's cheap, and it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with circulating supply. What is the supply? Okay, if there's 1 trillion coins, what's the possibility of a coin that's 5 cents getting to $1? It's not gonna. It's not going to happen because that coin's not going to get into the $1 trillion market cap. So sometimes you can buy a coin that's $300 that might be way better of a value than a coin that's 5 cents. The coin that's 5 cents might be way overpriced at 5 cents, depending on what the circulating supply is.
Yeah.
Coin price times circulating supply gives you the coin market cap. So if I got 1,000 coins and they're $10 a coin, that's a $10,000 market cap. So I remember when Shiba was coming out, people were saying Shiba Inu is going to go to $1. No, it won't, because there's trillions of Shiba Inu coins. So if it goes to, I can't remember how many trillion it is, but let's just say it's 1 trillion. If there's 1 trillion Shiba Inu coins and it goes to $1, that means Shiba Inu has $1 trillion market cap. That's where Bitcoin is right now, which is 60% of the entire crypto space, 70%. So no, Shiba will never get to $1 because Shiba will never be $1 trillion market cap by itself. Okay, it's ridiculous. So you don't get caught up in coin price. You got to look at price and circulating supply. And if that market cap is low, and when I mean low, I like buying to make the most money. You want to find that sweet spot. You don't want coins where the market cap is too low because it might be a rug pull and you just lose all your money. But if you find a coin that's $50 million market cap, that can easily go to 500 million. In a bull, almost everything hits $1 billion. So if you buy at 50 million and it goes to $1 billion, you just made 20x on your money. You turn 1,000, you put 1,000 in, you walking away with 20 bands.
Yeah, man. Need something somewhere. But we working on that, man. I'm trying to get into that. Get into something. I already knew it was you have to. I think everybody should, as far as an entrepreneur, find something that makes a lot of money for you. Get it to a point where it's excess. Invest that into something else that makes you money.
The first thing you need to do, the first thing anybody should do is you got to look at, stop dealing with so much cash. When you deal with cash, you don't know where your money goes.